Dozens missing after Nigerian boat sinks with 160 persons on board. Nigeria Senate proposes a bill that prohibits payment of ransom to kidnappers. Nigeria moves to reform NYSC amid proposed law to scrap the scheme. US President Joe Biden tells agencies to step up probe into coronavirus origins. China dismisses US call for probe into the COVID lab leak. Good morning, I am Olo Ebube and this is GS Good Morning. Dozens are missing after the Nigerian boat sank with 160 persons on board. The boat left central Niger State and was heading to northwest Kebbi State when it split and sank. Dozens of people are still missing from the northwest Nigeria after the boat that was actually overloaded, ferrying about 160 persons, sank in the river, according to a local official. The boat left central Niger State and was heading to northwest Kebbi State when it split and sank on Wednesday. Abdullahi Buhari Wara, the administrative head of Gaski district, said. Nigerian Senate proposes a bill that prohibits payment of ransom to kidnappers. The Senate has passed for a second reading a bill that seeks to prohibit the payments and receipts of ransom for the release of any person kidnapped, imprisoned, or wrongfully confined. The Terrorism Prevention Amendment Bill 2021, which scaled second reading during yesterday's plenary, is sponsored by Senator Ezenwa Francis Onyewuchi. In his late debate of the bill, Onyewuchi said the piece of the legislation seeks to amend the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2013 to outlaw the payment of ransom to abductors, kidnappers, and terrorists for the release of any person who has been wrongfully confined, imprisoned, or kidnapped. Nigeria moves to reform NYSC amid proposed law to scrap the scheme. Nigeria's Youth and Sports Minister Sunday Dare on Wednesday said the NYSC remains one of the country's greatest tools for youth development. This he tweeted on Wednesday. The minister's statement came at a time when legislators of the House of Representatives are debating a bill to scrap the 48-year-old scheme created by former head of state General Yakubu Gowon in 1973. The bill on the discontinuation of the NYSC reached the second reading in the House of Representatives on Monday. Joe Biden tells agencies to step up the probe into coronavirus origins. Days after a U.S. intelligence report revealed concerns about the origin of COVID-19, President Joe Biden said on Wednesday he had asked the intelligence community to redouble its investigatory efforts into how and where the coronavirus emerged. In his statement, I have now asked the intelligence community to redouble their efforts to collect and analyze information that could bring us closer to a definitive conclusion and to report back to me in 90 days. The order comes after reports that 3 researchers at the lab in Wuhan, China, the city where the coronavirus pandemic is believed to have originated, fell sick in the fall of 2019. China dismisses US call for probe into COVID-19 lab leak, insists that Anthony Fauci is fanning a huge lie, and insisted that the virus could have escaped from the US. China angrily rejected White House calls for an investigation into the possibility that the COVID-19 escaped from the Wuhan laboratory, a theory that state media described as a conspiracy created by US intelligence agencies. The Biden administration has in recent days begun to push for a fuller investigation into the origins of the pandemic, following a report from the Wall Street Journal. The article said that 3 employees of the Wuhan Institute of Virology had fallen sick with COVID-19-like symptoms in November 2019, citing an undisclosed U.S. intelligence report. The Wuhan Institute, China's highest level of biosafety lab, has been at the center of theories arguing that SARS-CoV-2 may have accidentally infected humans during experiments on bat coronaviruses conducted there. That's for today. Thanks for listening to this episode of GS Good Morning. I am Olo Ebube.